So hello guys, we're going to talk about this dress right here. So this dress right here is one of my sample dresses. So my goal is, like I said, I'm going to be practicing on all of these different type of special occasion dresses and things like that. And remember, I told you I needed to get good practice for 365 days in a year, because normally I make like stuff like this and everything, but I never was a special occasion, bridal, wedding gowns. I've never ever did those. I always kind of like stay away from that type of stuff. So I'm finally at the point, like I said, I was working on the first wedding dress, and like I said, for my first time making it, you know, I experienced some hiccups, but that's with anything that you just now starting trying to do. You know, you're gonna have, you know, you're gonna learn. So I'm okay with making mistakes. I learned. So I had thought about having these sleeves on it just to match. So these would be the sheer sleeves, just to match the mesh that's going down the center of this. But these is my sample dresses, and if I ever do like the runways and stuff like that, I haven't saw anything posted, but I would take clothes that I already then made and I will put models on them and they will walk the runway, and I'll be able to showcase different things. So what I realized, I got very skinny arms, okay? So it's not a lot of people that arms will be this size. So I decided that, you know what, in these sample dresses, and if I ever want to wind up getting somebody to walk for me, then I don't want to have these little sleeves, because I just thought about it. Nobody probably really would be able to fit it because I got tiny arms. You know, my arms are, you know, petite. So I'm like, you know what, take the sleeves off, because if you need somebody to walk in this particular dress, it'll be easier to fit somebody. You could put it on a person that's, you know, probably smaller, probably like, because my breast size, I'm like a 39 double D, then my waist dropped down to a 30 inches, and then my hips is 45. So what I'll do, like what you do, you'll take a smaller woman that's not that size, but basically we take the clips and we pin the dress on her to make it like fit like it fits for her, but really the back, just kind of like when you go to them wedding bridal shops. So I'm building the petticoat and different stuff like that under. So guys, like I said, all this is work in progress. So I'm building a petticoat. I need to get more stuff for it. And then it has the detachable, not detachable, I have the godet in there to really make it flare out. So, and then this particular mannequin, so you see the godet that I put in here. So this particular mannequin, y'all, is her boobs and chest size measures up to mine, but the hips and stuff is not. So you know, that's why this back of this dress is still open, because if I try to close it and make it this size, I definitely won't be able to fit it. So I haven't closed this dress off. I just kind of got it pinned on here, but to kind of show y'all. So there's more fabric I got to get in. I kind of had this fabric laying around. So with my sample dresses, so I kind of had this fabric laying around. So with my sample dresses, they're not going to be like the real thing. The sample dresses, like, I'm not going to put a lining in this or anything. You know, I just want to get the structure and build my pattern. So once I get it and get it, create it, to where I would like it, then, and I'm sorry, I'm in little space. When I get the house that I want in the space that I need, feel so blessed to be able to have that sewing room and be able to showcase. So I got heavy duty sewing machines and everything. And just when me and my sweetie finally, you know, relocate and get together, we definitely gonna have me a full space where I can expand into a sewing room, and I can be able to have my display mannequins and be able to know where all my stuff at. So yeah, so if this looking a little wonky, this petticoat is not finished being built. So I needed to be built and all that type of stuff. So I'm troubleshooting and learning. Yeah, I'm troubleshooting and learning different things. I hate when it be crooked, and it's crooked, but I'm troubleshooting and learning, and the hoop is on there, so it's like half of the thing is stuck back there, so it looks a little wonky. So I'm troubleshooting and I'm learning different things. And yeah, because I thought about it, I'm like, if you put them sleeves on there, if you get a model and you probably can pin the top of the dress on it, but you cannot. You will not be able to get these sleeves. And then I was wondering if I want to cut it and make this a sweetheart, like cut the base off, make it a sweetheart. But then I just said probably I leave it, you know, because I'm just trying to get familiar with making different type of dresses. And the best way to do any of this stuff, you gotta get out there and you gotta get your feet wet. You gotta experience it. You gotta mess up. You gotta learn. You know, and it is. Experience is the best teacher. So a lot of times you got to go through some stuff and experience something, and then you'll realize, oh, I did that wrong, or I did this wrong. So that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm learning, and a lot of this stuff, it might not be perfect because I never did this stuff before. So I'm finally pushing my talent, because at first, honestly, I just wanted to stay with like leggings and bodysuits. That's what I was into. Leggings, bodysuits. First, I was just into dresses. Then I went from dresses to getting comfortable to do pants. One thing about me, especially when I'm doing clothes for people, I love to do spandex fabric. So when I'm making clothes for my people and y'all in another state, I always go with spandex, because if there's a little alteration, there's a little, but when you're doing stiffer fabric and the darts and all that, that's a whole nother ball game. So when I do that with elite customers, meaning like people that I know, like I got a couple doctors and stuff, these ladies that I deal with, but I know that we can understand each other and we can, you know, work on the modifications. You know, sometime I got the customer from hell and I did an outfit from her, and I did like a lot of this stuff I glue it, but she was anal, so I guess she was literally doing like this. She was up on the fabric and saying, "Oh, look at that! Look, that's glue, that's glue." So she was literally all up in the fabric and like, "Oh, I see glue," and she just was anal and unannounced to her. She's supposed to be sending me a picture, but somebody sent the video. That lady was calling me every bitch in the book, and I was like, "Oh Lord Jesus," you know. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus," and I told her, I said, I got that message, and I was like, that was very mean. That was rude. I said, you start calling me at 10 o'clock at night. I never said I wasn't going to do the modification or fix it. I said, text you back. It's 10 o'clock at night. We can have this conversation in the morning, and we'll go from there. I didn't say I wasn't going to talk to you, but it's 10:30 at night. You can't go to no other person that made something for you, or no other business. Them Asians and whoever, they not allowing y'all to do that. Everything is email. So, but she went in, and then, but she didn't mean for that to get to me, but for me to get that, but I got it, and that just made me look at things really, really different. So, now I set boundaries, you know, when I do decide to do this, and I set boundaries, like if it's a certain time, and if I got a customer and they want to talk about something, no, we're not talking about that at 11 o'clock at night. You're going to wait, and like a normal person, and we're going to talk in the morning. My business is closed, you know. So now I learn, even though I work from home, you got to set your hours, and you got to say, hey, I'm from this time to that time, and don't let somebody overstep those boundaries. So yes, there's a lot of things that I'm working on. So we're troubleshooting. Like I said, this is definitely not finished. The petticoat is not even full enough, because it's going to have to hit right about here and start filling in or whatever. So I'm just, and it's not pulled out. So to get the best, that this matting has to be pulled out in the center of the floor. And I got to pull that train all the way out so that it can expand and whatever. So I just wanted y'all to know that those are the things I'm working on. I'm still going to bring y'all my everyday stuff, and there's, you know, still little things I do, but I just feel like that's what I want to put my energy and my practice on. And right now I'm not making clothes for anybody, so I just took the time out to regroup, and in my downtime I'm learning, I'm pushing myself to be better. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and thanks for listening. Toodles.